Vårt stående kompani, Amröj- och sökkompaniet, organiserar huvuddelen av arméns ammunitionsröjningsplutoner och samtliga avancerade sökplutoner.
Yeah, that's good enough. All right, y'all, welcome back to Common Arms channel. Yeah, so I've been neglecting the Santa hats. Yeah, I'm definitely late to the game when it comes to the Santa hat this year. But yeah, I want to throw it out at least like once or twice before December is over. But so yeah, today we were going to be checking out a video that was sent to me. It's actually, I think I'm actually getting to this pretty, never mind. Okay, this came out in October. I thought I was getting to it pretty quick. So this was sent to me pretty recently. This is basically, it's just a Swedish EOD video. So it's going over their explosive ordnance disposal. Now I'm not exactly sure if it's like a specific, if it's like one dedicated unit in like the Swedish military, or they just kind of have like EOD companies or whatnot in kind of different areas. But I guess hopefully this video gives us a good understanding. I know it is going to be auto translate, but it's been doing a pretty good job pretty recently. So I think we'll be able to get some good information out of this. But yeah, hopefully y'all are having some good holidays. Hopefully you're getting into the holiday spirit a little bit. I was going to put up some Christmas lights back here, but I kind of just use them in the house. And for whatever reason, I keep trying to get them, but I can't find them. Like, I don't know, Walmart, either they have them and they're just tucked away or something. But yeah, so at least I could do the Santa hat for these. But yeah, hopefully y'all are having some good holidays. Hopefully you're gonna get some cool presents, or if anything, hopefully you can spend some time with some people you care about, some good folk out there. But yeah, I'm having a good time. It is, I gotta say, it's definitely weird spending Christmas in Hawaii. I mean, no snow. I'm not complaining about that. No cold, still not complaining about that. But yeah, it definitely does feel weird. I can't wear the Christmas sweaters because I have like a whole lineup of Christmas sweaters, but I'm not even gonna take those out because I'm not gonna wear that. I will probably like get like heat stroke if I try and wear that out in town or something. It is not worth it. I do have a, shucks, I should wear it for one of these videos actually. I'll wear it for the one after this. Or maybe the one before this. I don't know. I need to look at the schedule. But yeah, I'll try and rock it for one of these videos. But yeah, I have found it's kind of like a Hawaiian shirt, but it's like Christmassy. So I'm going to wear that one for the next video. But yeah, let's check this video out. It's not crazy long. It's about 7 minutes. But it looks like it's really well shot. And it looks like it gives a good understanding for how the kind of Swedish EOD is organized and kind of what they do, what their mission statements could look like as far as what they can react to. And even though I'm already hot with all these lights and the Santa hat, I still got the Yorkshire tea on standby. So let's do this. Should be a good one. Ooh, some old school EOD stuff there. That's just for like finding landmines, right? Take like a bayonet or knife and try and
Swedec,
find them like that.
Totalförsvarets ammunitions- och minröjningscentrum, leder och utvecklar den nationella ammunitionsröjnings- och militära sökförmågan i Försvarsmakten och inom totalförsvaret.
So they're basically like the developers of all the tactics, and maybe they also train everybody too?
Den komplexa hotbild som råder i omvärlden ställer höga krav på totalförsvarets förmågor att söka upp, identifiera och röja explosiva hot.
But very operational. What was that? That was sick. I mean, it looks like a tracer kind of hit it, but I think it was det cord, and we kind of just watched it.
Och röja explosiva.
Yeah, det cord is so cool to watch. Holy cow. I mean, it does look like they're shooting like a laser at it or something, but yeah, and det cord is so fun to watch. I mean, I've only used it with C4 and then maybe some breaching charges, but like, I don't know, it's like, it looks like magic.
Och röja explosiva hot. Explosiva hot kan vara en handgranat på en offentlig plats i vardagen. En improviserad sprängladdning i ett gråzonsläge. Eller en odetonerad robot intill viktig infrastruktur under ett fullskaligt krig.
Oh, he had a cool patch.
Vår huvuduppgift är att söka upp och oskadliggöra explosiva hot i fred, kris och krig.
Yeah, you gotta get some people who are cool working under pressure, that's for sure. I always admire EOD. Just good folk. I mean,
Vårt
I've worked with
stående
them a little
kompani,
bit, quite a
Amröj- och
bit.
sökkompaniet, organiserar huvuddelen av arméns ammunitionsröjningsplutoner och samtliga avancerade sökplutoner.
Okay, so advanced search. Okay, interesting. So I wonder, I guess we have like different echelons of kind of like EOD. So they're talking about the advanced search platoons and stuff. Yeah, again, I have a lot of respect for EOD. I mean, it is a tough job to just be like, oh, there's an explosive over there. I'm like, okay, cool, bet I'm gonna walk over there and handle that. I mean, but yeah, I've worked with EOD. Sometimes you can get like, I don't know, jaded with EOD and be like, oh, these guys are taking forever, or, you know, we need to get like a route clearance and that kind of delays things or whatnot. But like, dude, they're the bomb, honest. Yeah, EOD, they're the shit, basically. I guess to get rid of that, to get away from that pun. But yeah, they are really, really dope people. I mean, just like the people in EOD also, it's a cool job, really cool mission. But the people in EOD are always like really cool people. I don't know why. I'm your experiences might differ for sure, but yeah, I mean, even when I was, even not in the infantry, but like working when I was in counterintelligence, we were kind of talking with the EOD folk and whatnot, and we got to hang out with them, play with their robots.
I'm just gonna keep rolling. You can edit it down.
They had like this is in Korea, they had like a dog, so like a little mascot, so we got to like chill with their dog and stuff too. Yeah, just really, really cool folks. So that was a cool opportunity. So I can appreciate it. And if these folk in Sweden are like kind of like the only ones who like handle this, then you know that they have to be really even more adaptive to kind of handle everything. Because like they're saying, it can be in full on like kind of large scale combat operations, or it can be kind of like an unexploded ordnance in some area where you're training or what have you. I want to... Did I get to put on that suit? I put on parts of that suit, I think. I mean, it's as heavy as you would think. It's trash. But obviously, you know, it serves a purpose.
Hunden.
Cute!
En ovärderlig sensor
The dog.
i sökandet av explosiva hot.
The dog is super well trained. Golly.
Våra unika förmågor är ofta efterfrågade.
Cute, sleepy dog.
Vi har förmågan att söka efter vad som helst i alla typer av miljöer. Vi är ständigt insatsberedda och kan med kort varsel stödja såväl nationella som internationella insatser.
It's like they're looking for human remains or something. I mean, I guess they could be used for that too, but I mean, I'd imagine they'd be trained for different things. Oh damn, they get to do some high-speed stuff too. Oh wait, what the heck? Oh, we're getting like really we're getting really nuanced now. Oh, that looks so cool. I would love to film a video around that. I mean, just even the graffiti too, the aesthetic. I don't know what happened with
I
this train,
anslutning
but...
till garnisonens övningsfält finns våra unika anläggningar och lokaler
cool.
som utvecklats för att skapa optimala förutsättningar att utbilda och träna personal.
That's cool. I've always wanted to do something like that, like training in like a CQB in a bus or a plane or something. I feel like the that Call of Duty 4 Mile High Club or whatever, that'd be sick to reenact. That's like my goal, especially with like my shorts channel. I know I'm just yapping, but I geek out with that kind of stuff. Golly. Just that shockwave is so cool to see.
Swedec medverkar över tid i ett stort antal forsknings- och utvecklingsprojekt.
Damn.
Där vi är en viktig och relevant
I thought they're
deltagare.
gonna blow that bunker up.
Såväl i nationella som i internationella sammanhang.
Ooh. Okay.
För att skapa de bästa förutsättningarna inhämtar vi information och underrättelser. Dessa ligger till grund för nya eller uppdaterade arbetstekniker och metoder. Samt för utveckling av ny materiel.
Yeah. One of my buddies actually, he had like a resin printer, and he was sending me everything that he was making, basically like these inert kind of training tools, like really high quality looking ones. So it's so cool to think, like, with the 3D printing capabilities and technology, like you can really get this widespread. Because I mean, like, I don't know, I remember, and this was kind of just like for early YouTube stuff, but I remember just trying to get like replicas or inert replicas, even if just like a Claymore or like an M67 frag grenade or a flashbang. It was just fucking impossible to find anything that was like under, like, reasonably priced, because it's always like, oh, the government's or some law enforcement is paying for this, so they're gonna have like some state or federal kind of like budget or funding. Not the case for me, obviously. So it's really cool that this kind of capability can become more widespread, more like easily accessible, obviously just cheaper in general. So really cool to see that. Also, yeah, obviously it has some, you know, it could get a little bit sketchy, but for the most part, definitely awesome tool.
Vid Swedec finns även lednings- och stödfunktioner till verksamheten. Här arbetar officerare, soldater och civilanställda.
Okay.
Oavsett funktion så är personalen vår viktigaste tillgång.
That's kind of cool. Like
sedan 2024
kind of
utbildas värnpliktiga Amröjsoldater vid Eksjö garnison. Efter genomförd...
Oh, I really want to know what y'all's like ribbons mean. So it looks like not everybody. Oh, so some people also have like 2, but this dude doesn't have it. What is this? Is this like a Swedish defense kind of ribbon or medal? I don't know why he doesn't have it though.
Efter genomförd värnplikt som Amröjsoldat
I'd love to hear what
finns goda möjligheter att ta anställning som soldat vid Swedec, läsa vidare till specialistofficer eller till officer i Försvarsmakten.
Swedish kit looking sick.
Vi är Swedec,
the N90 and like the Ranger
ett nationellt kompetenscentrum där vi tillsammans utvecklar och utbildar ammunitionsröjningsförmågan och den militära sökförmågan för hela det svenska totalförsvaret.
Okay. That is such a cute fucking dog, I can't. Wow, so definitely like a wide range of like kind of like rescue, search operations. I guess primarily kind of like search operations, but it's cool seeing the different landscapes of Sweden too. I'm sure we're only skimming the surface too. Not even seeing much of like the Arctic weather sort of aspect. I'm sure that plays such a unique role too. How do you even do like EOD stuff in the snow? I mean, maybe it's better. Like maybe a snowshoe wouldn't activate a pressure plate or something, or a landmine. I don't know. Those hats. Every time I see those hats, I think of the short I made where I was eating the surströmming. It wasn't as bad as I thought, especially just like taking a bite of it. The smell wasn't bad. The bite was horrendous. So I'm like, my mouth got numb immediately. But I think it was just because it was fucking like stupid salty. Anyway, yeah, that's what it reminds me of now. Yeah, definitely a cool video. I mean, again, it gave us some pretty good kind of insight to. So it was the what was it? The swedec. So it's like they're kind of like mine. What is it? Swedec. Yeah. So the National Defense Ammunition and Mine Clearance Center. Yeah, so I mean, again, it was definitely kind of more EOD focused, but it was also, I mean, we saw some kind of like rescue operations, and we saw kind of like the dogs being used as well. So, I mean, I guess if they have the capability, especially kind of like training the dogs to detect certain things, maybe they can just kind of like, I don't know how easy it is to train a dog to search for like explosives and also, like humans and kind of like a rescue aspect or other kind of things. So I don't know, maybe it's easy to kind of like once they're trained on one, you can kind of train them on another. But I don't know, it seems like it doesn't make sense. So I don't know, maybe they're just kind of like adding that capability, especially at kind of like a national center or a national capability. It's nice to kind of have some organization to kind of call up and use those skills. But yeah, EOD, I mean, I guess I would imagine they don't really have as much, because like we see it all the time in the UK, especially during like the Battle of Britain and kind of like just World War II. You have like munitions always showing up in like the Thames River, and you have like the Navy clearance divers or what have you that go and kind of support that. I don't know if Sweden has any sort of conflict or anything that's, they would have munitions kind of all over the place. I can't think of anything, at least. I don't know, maybe I'm just ignorant. But yeah, I mean, I guess training events or kind of like training areas, you could kind of rely on that capability. I'd imagine they wouldn't be too much in like the civilian populace. I mean, unless there was like a round that went really astray or something. But I mean, to be able to kind of call up on them for certain situations like that, but also be kind of like that national capability when it comes to wartime, completely different aspect when you're talking about stuff like that. I mean, it's very methodical already when you're talking about explosives ordnance disposal. Very slow, very procedural. But when you're talking about combat, again, there's so many more steps, so much more coordination. Just kind of on the infantry side as well, kind of to consider EOD. I mean, you really have to push, like just setting up a cordon and whatnot. And if we're talking about like proper large scale combat operations, when there's like active shelling, like peer-to-peer conflict, that's going to be a completely different game. I mean, I'd imagine it'd be almost impossible. You kind of just have to wait to do like counter battery fire, or wait till that shuts off before you do anything. But at the same time, like we're seeing in Ukraine, there's landmines all over the place. So, I mean, even just to do an assault, you kind of have to either risk it and kind of blow through these mined roads or areas or terrain, or kind of use this clearance. And again, we're talking about like FPVs and whatnot, or drones. You're just sitting target. So I'm really curious to see how kind of like explosive ordnance disposal or just like route clearance factors into that peer-to-peer conflict, or how it's factoring with Ukraine specifically. Because I maybe they were alluding to it, or maybe I was just reading into it too much, but it looks like they were kind of talking about using the kind of lessons learned in Ukraine to kind of adapt. And it's nice to have, again, that's why it's nice to have a kind of dedicated center, because you can get all those lessons learned and have it in one spot, and you can update those kind of tactics, techniques, and procedures, and you can kind of spread that out to the rest of the force. So it's always nice to have that. And the U.S. Army kind of has stuff like that with like the centers of excellence. But yeah, it's very nice capability to be able to kind of like standardize everything. But if you guys have worked with EOD, or especially specifically if you have worked with this organization or this center, definitely let me know how it is, or definitely let me know what kind of capabilities they have under their disposal. And we're seeing some of them here, but it looks like there's some things that they're kind of showing and not necessarily explaining all the way. So if you guys could provide some background, or maybe like some use cases for how they were implemented, then I would love to see that as well. If you have like any articles or just like, events, I'd love to kind of read into that and kind of see what they did and how they approached it. And of course, how they're approaching, or if you guys know anything about any EOD and kind of how they're approaching that with like the Ukraine conflict or the Ukraine war, kind of like as an example. It'd be really interesting to kind of hear how they're approaching that, because it seems like just a beast. But yeah, hopefully y'all were able to appreciate the video. If you have anything to recommend or comment down below, definitely feel free to do so. You guys already know I love reading the comments. Like whenever the video goes out, I'm pretty much immediately like scanning the comments and stuff. Even the people who are like first or second, I appreciate those comments as well, because I was one of those guys as well. I was always trying to be first. I usually wasn't, unfortunately, because like it lags or whatever. But yeah, I'll always try and throw a heart on those comments specifically. But hopefully you guys appreciated the video, and hopefully y'all appreciated the commentary, and hopefully y'all appreciate the kind of community we have around just the military and kind of, police and all that kind of stuff. It's really kind of interesting, really, really diverse topic. So it's really cool to kind of get all those personalities, all those experiences, and kind of have them in one specific area to kind of talk about everything that we're seeing in these videos. But that is it for this one. I will see y'all in the next one.